Trump just made serious $1 million offer to Elizabeth Warren and she turned it down instantly. President Trump trolled and mocked Senator Elizabeth Warren at his campaign rally in Montana yesterday. He dared her to take a DNA test to prove whether she was actually part Native American or not. In fact, Trump offered her $1 million if she would do it. Most normal people would take the offer, but Warren isn't of Native American heritage and she's also a wealthy socialist. She feels she has far more to gain by lying than by proving her claim and making a cool $1 million by doing so. I'm going to get one of those little DNA kits and if I'm debating her, we will toss it to her, very gently so it doesn't injure her arm, and we'll say, Pocahontas, I'll give you $1 million if you take the test to show you're an Indian. Trump kidded and the crowd went wild with laughter and applause. Congratulations Senator Warren, the President of the United States just trolled you publicly and made you a laughingstock all because you won't take a simple test that would prove your heritage. Trump added, Pocahontas, I apologize to you. To the fake Pocahontas, I won't. Trump is setting the table for the 2020 presidential election here. That's the only place he would debate Warren. You have to admire his style here and Warren lamely tried to hit back by utilizing another lie, hey, at real Donald Trump, while you obsess over my genes, your admin is conducting DNA tests on little kids because you ripped them from their mamas and you are too incompetent to reunite them in time to meet a court order. Maybe you should focus on fixing the lives you're destroying. Deflection, it is the progressive way. Hey, at real Donald Trump, while you obsess over my genes, your admin is conducting DNA tests on little kids because you ripped them from their mamas and you are too incompetent to reunite them in time to meet a court order. Maybe you should focus on fixing the lives you're destroying. Elizabeth Warren, at Elizabeth Forma, July 5, 2018. Warren obviously will not take Trump up on his offer, but notice she isn't refuting his claim either. It's a political two-step that is utterly transparent. Forever now, she has claimed to be part Cherokee Indian. President Trump sarcastically nicknamed her Pocahontas to poke fun at Warren, who once cited her high cheekbones as proof of her bogus heritage. SMH. She used her false claim of ethnicity to land a job at Harvard as well. In 2012, Warren admitted that she told Harvard University and the University of Pennsylvania she was Native American while applying for teaching jobs. They didn't bother to check her claim and instead just hired her on the spot. There is absolutely no evidence of her claim and in fact, plenty that counters it. Warren has been challenged by others over her heritage claim. Indian American entrepreneur V.A. Shiva Idurai mailed Warren a DNA test for her birthday last year. She refused to take it. He's also challenged her repeatedly publicly on the issue. He's running against Warren for her U.S. Senate seat from Massachusetts. I love his campaign slogan, only a real Indian can defeat the fake Indian. She has had the city of Boston attack him for his signs and any other way she can think of. He's still a thorn in her leftist side. As for the left, they claim doubting Warren and calling her Pocahontas is a racist slur by President Trump. That's ridiculous. Unfortunately for Warren, an actual descendant of Pocahontas is a Trump supporter. And she says that Warren is not even a teeny weeny bit Indian. She's also not offended by President Trump. Debbie White of Puerto Rico said her iconic ancestor would be very proud of Trump if she were alive today. If Pocahontas were alive today, she'd be very proud of President Trump, said Puerto Rico. Just like Pocahontas was a heroine, Donald Trump is going to be our hero. When Warren was assailed by Americans to prove her heritage, she said, I know who I am. And never used it for anything. Never got any benefit from it anywhere, Warren said of her ancestry on NBC's Meet the Press. That's not true either. A $99 kit would settle this one way or another and yet, Warren refuses to do that. Why do you think that is? There could only be one reason and everyone knows it. All the senator needs to do is spit into a tube, wait a few weeks and get her answer, one paper said. Too true. The New York Post had this to say. Asked whether she'd take an ancestry test, Warren said she wants to hold on to the folklore of her parents' love story. My mother and daddy were born and raised in Oklahoma, Warren said. My daddy first saw my mother when they were both teenagers. He fell in love with this tall, quiet girl who played the piano. Head over heels. But his family was bitterly opposed to their relationship because she was part Native American. They eventually eloped. She said her parents survived the Great Depression and other hardships as they raised her and her 3 brothers. That's the story that my brothers and I all learned from our mom and our dad, from our grandparents, Warren said. It's a part of me and nobody's going to take that part of me away. But that little tale has not stood up to scrutiny whatsoever. You can never be too wealthy. Senator Warren should take President Trump up on his generous offer and prove she is of Native American ancestry and make liars